And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Game, where we're playing story games here. And tonight's episode is The King is Dead. This is one of my favorites. I'm sure you've may have heard of it. If not, that's totally cool. This is Game of Thrones meets Mario Party. If you saw us playing Firebrands or in Dreaming Avalon recently, this is in the same family of games. And so we're going to have a lot of fun here. But I know you're not here just to watch games. You're here to see what kind of motley crew I have assembled today. So enough about that. Let's go around and say who we are and stuff like that. Some familiar faces again this week, which is always nice to see. It always makes me feel like good that people want to return to play games with me in my imposter syndrome self. So thank you, Fraser. Hi. What's new with you?
Hey, not much. I'm finishing up writing on Cascade, and then I just decided, because I'm me, that I'm gonna start designing 3 more projects, because that's just how it
Not 1, not 2, 3 more projects.
This is why you should never read a lot of books, right?
Yeah.
Don't read, kids.
What did you just read recently that was super good? I saw you mention that you made a review of it. I forget what it was, though. What was it?
Oh, it was Virology, which is the sequel to Escapology, from a UK lady who's an addiction counselor. So it's pretty good. It's cyberpunk. It's very on point. I will say, and it was really nice because it has a trans character, actually, which I think might be the first cyberpunk book that has one as a protagonist, anyway.
That's good.
I will say that it, trigger warning if you want to read it, that a lot of the violence towards him is predicated towards the fact that he's a trans person, which of course in the end he is the protagonist, but maybe you don't want to experience that during, a reading session. So,
exactly. No, thank you.
Otherwise it's a good book though.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So Fraser, everybody. And moving on, Anthony, what's new with you?
Nothing much. Right now I'm actually working on a little micro RPG. I have no idea if anybody besides you guys on the Discord will see it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
I think it does. We'll see. I'm sure we'll play it when we get it into a spot. That's cool.
Cool.
Oh, Full Link, welcome. Hey. Thank you once more for that sub. So enjoy your new emote. My face. You can say hi.
So, enjoy my face.
Enjoy my face, Anthony.
I did enjoy your face.
Cool. And I'm trying to get it done. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but people who sub to me also get a special night code, kind of like how you get a monster if you donate money to me. For the bits, you get a monster. We'll get you a little and so every time you get knighted when you join, you get a order of something random. So that'd be fun to have as well. So I will retroactively give you one. That should be after TwitchCon. So it'll be fun. Cool. And last but certainly not least, Eyes Full, Sam.
Hey. I have not been doing all that much, honestly, other than working. I started a couple Burning Wheel games, so those should be fun. One as a player, one as the GM. And tasty. Speaking of TwitchCon, I'm getting unreasonably excited about flying out to California in 2 weeks for that. I'm very excited to see everybody and to hopefully play some games as well.
Yeah, I'm bringing this game and Dungeon Crawl Classics. So
nice. I'm all for that. That's going to be exciting. But other than that, I'm just happy to be back. It's been, it feels like it's been a long time since I've been on your stream, even though it's only been 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's good to have you back. So yeah, we're playing game day, everybody. We're playing The King is Dead. Like I said, it's the Game of Thrones meets Mario Party. It's the style of Firebrands games. But as always, the number one rule before I spiel the stuff about the game is that we are adults playing a game first. And our characters are not as important as us as players. So let's just make sure, let's be vigilant to one another Obviously, I want you to feel comfortable mentioning to us as the group or me privately as facilitator, be like, hey, if there's something uncomfortable, can we deal with it? But I think it's also important that all of us as players kind of take a look out and maybe check in on each other if you're not sure. I think that's totally fine to do. Just let's make sure that we're being safe and comfortable and fun, right? And we should be watchful for each other, too, right? Cool. So, the king is dead. The king of Bantiv, Avard III, High Prince of House Dillstone and Sovereign of the Seaward Coast, has died without heir. Civil war is certain. You are one warrior prince, or warrior princess, of one of the noble houses of Bantiv. You're caught up in this looming war of secession, but you aren't the one who will be crowned. Your more exalted cousins, who call upon you to fight for them, strive for them, and die for their coronation. But that's not the object of this game. The object of this game is to make a hot mess, right? So we're going to go around and we're going to be making up our characters based on these 5 houses you see on screen here. Just in a general overview, this is like Game of Thrones with the serial numbers filed off. It's a little bit different. Like House Antir is a little bit kind of like Wildlings with the North, a little bit. Like you are honor-bound former tribesmen. You adhere to old ways type stuff. House Dillstone is sort of your Baratheon stand-in. They are the ruling house currently, but you do not have an heir, right? And that kind of stuff. You adhere to more of the knightly ideals. Lunest is sort of your Targaryens, maybe. It's a little bit difficult. House Lunest is sort of like you're the powers from the other side of the ocean, right? Trying to creep back in. House Oak, you are like Tyrell, maybe. You are sort of like this loyal following house, totally wrapped up about honor, and have like the largest armory of like any of the houses. And then House Sandorial is sort of like they're kind of also like the Targaryens, like they're the ones who like got kicked off the throne a long time ago. So yeah. Anyways. Yeah, that's sort of the gist. Those are our 5 houses. We're going to be picking one of them for us to be for our characters, and then afterwards we're going to come up with 3 sort of traits to describe them. There's attractive qualities down here below. We're picking 3 of them, and then that's it. All right. Then we get ready to play. We're going to pick these mini games and get going. All right. I think for those we've all played Firebrands before. No, not Frasier. No. Okay, cool. That's fine.
The Arthurian
No.
thing.
Yeah. All right. No, this game has an interesting mechanic compared to the other ones, where it has this thing called muster, which we'll be tracking up in the top left and right. I'll explain that in a little bit, but basically that's sort of your house's strength and fictional positioning stuff. Basically, that's the number of people you can field in a war, that type of things. It's basically your house's strength. When you have high muster, you can fight, and you'll watch this sort of track change as we run intrigues on one another or do stuff in different games that change things. And totally, it's possible to get killed in this game. It's almost even likely you're going to get killed in this game. It won't happen by accident, though, right? The decisions leading up to a character dying is very, very clear, and it can absolutely happen. I think I played a game where I lost 2 characters, actually. So it's fine. Just bring in a new character. It could be of the same house or a different one. It's totally cool, right? So just don't be afraid of that one, especially compared to like in Dreaming Avalon or Firebrands. More death will happen in this game. All right,
Oh, okay.
That's on the table.
We George R.R. Martin them.
Yeah, basically. So with that being said, I know I've just been rambling a lot. Hopefully you guys have been taking over a little look-see at these houses here, see if one of those is interesting, and whoever is really enthusiastic about a house here, just step up, tell me the house you want to do, and that kind of stuff, and we'll go from there.
I'm pretty into the Ancient Crown action.
Sure. Awesome. So let's work with you here, Fraser.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, your house, and is it Antyre or Antir, whichever one?
Antier's fine.
Yeah. And so pick 3 attractive qualities: as accomplished at arms, athletic, beautiful, bold, brash, brooding, cheerful, courageous, courteous, educated, energetic, good-hearted, graceful, gracious, handsome, lighthearted, musical, patient, steadfast, tall, and thoughtful.
I think beautiful, patient, and graceful. And I'm going for, in my head, Griffith from Berserk if he wasn't an asshole.
So like his entire character.
Yeah.
Like throughout the entire.
Sure.
I look like that person, but that is all.
But that's not you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
like, that's just what I'm wearing today. Okay.
Yeah.
And my qualities differ as well, obviously. Yeah, and then so I've got my attractive qualities. My name is E9, house Antier, and what else do I need to do? Is that it?
No, that's it. Just go ahead and can you do me a favor and write your name for your character here? So like, if you could do it for me in this format and this stuff. You can do me a favor. Write it in 40 font. Write your character's name, their pronouns, and then in the next line, write down their attractive qualities.
Okay.
And then put it somewhere near the top, right? And House Antir is in the game. They start at 4 muster. So I'll move your token over there. It's kind of like playing a board game.
There we go. That is there. And you want me up here beside it?
Yeah, that's good for me. Like somewhere like over here, because I'm gonna be having these things up, so everyone there's sort of a dramatis personae up there.
Cool.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.
I start with 8 mustard, looks like.
No, you start with 4.
Yeah.
Asshole. trying to sneak in here under the radar. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
First time gamer? No?
No? Cool. All right. Someone else want to go now?
I can go unless Anthony's got an idea.
Nope. You already suggested. You stepped up. You spoke.
All
You
right.
get to go. Make it happen.
I will play a character from House Sandorial.
Okay.
I need to get a good name. My name shall be Turian of House Sandorial. My attractive qualities are going to be accomplished at arms, handsome, and brooding.
Yes. The classic
Yes.
protagonist.
Exactly.
Yeah. Turin Sandorial. Cool. Yeah, go ahead and do the same thing that I did.
Yeah.
Or that I did, that I said to Fraser about the text box and stuff. Cool.
I gotcha.
Anthony, do you want to go next, or should I? You're muted.
Sorry about that.
No worries. What's up?
All right. So I'll be taking somebody from House Lunest. And I'm going to take the advice from the book. I will be using my name, but switching a couple letters. So it's Anthoin, which is a good in-joke. So taking that. And my character's traits will be educated, graceful, and accomplished at arms.
Ooh. Okay. All right, then. It comes up to me. I'm going to be House Dillstone. I never played Dillstone. And so that'll be fun. Let's see. I think the 3 qualities that I want to have are beautiful.
Welcome to the party.
Beautiful, musical, and I think I'm going to go educated, actually. And I think I might be a spellcaster of some kind. Or I might there's a rumor that I do, right?
Whoa. Yeah.
So I need a good name for this. Because it might be forbidden by my house. Boy, what would I go by? What I'm just going with the first thing that comes in my head, Cassandra.
Nice.
Right?
Mm, it's a good name.
Straw.
She, her, and I said, beautiful, musical. She can apparently lure people with her voice, is the thing. Right?
Educated. Oh, so you're like a siren?
Yeah, kind of like a siren. Sandra of Dillstone. I'm unmarried, though. So that's a point of contention. All right, cool. So now we have all that going. So now we have to do actually one round of intrigue and muster. All right. The oldest player goes first. Who is the oldest player among us?
It's probably Sam. So I don't know.
We're all babies.
I just turned 32, I think, or 31. I'm over 30.
You beat me. I'm out. I fold.
I'm pretty sure 32.
Anthony,
What-
you're muted.
Yeah. What? No, I got
Whoa.
you. What's up?
Okay. If you're 32, then you're the oldest because I'm 31.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I'm 32.
Okay. So Fraser,
Okay.
you get to go first. And so while I'm
Okay.
setting up the board here, what I need you to do is I need to look at the intrigue game, and I need you to pick one of those things that's going on and tell us what it is for basically any house but your own. Right? The way
Okay.
intrigue works is that intrigue is going to sort of set the stage for what's going on. They're all, and to give you guys an example for everyone watching at home, I'll bring up a couple pages of intrigue. So for example, if Fraser would choose something from Dillstone and pick something like House Dillstone demands that House Oak impoverish itself for their defense. House Dillstone gains a muster and House Oak loses one muster. And then all of a sudden that sort of could like snowball into other things, right?
Mm.
And this is sort of like the starting push or the starting match on this bonfire that we have, right? And if we ever need new matches, we can always play intrigue and mess things up.
Let's see.
Let me pull up the rules for intrigue real quick.
Ooh, I like the idea of this for an opening scene. House Sandals ambushes the royal household, murdering several retainers, including a high princess of House Oak. House Dillstone and Oak each lose one muster. But it's a really cool image to open with a TV or a movie, so that's why I went
Oh,
with that.
absolutely. I'm getting all the things set up. Okay. So, can you repeat that one more time? Just so I was moving things around. I didn't hear the full thing. What was it?
Sure. House Sandriel ambushes the royal household, murdering several retainers, including a high princess of House Oak. House Dillstone and Oak each lose one muster.
Strictly in self-defense.
Ah, okay. Sure. Well, we'll see that. We will absolutely see that, my friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is important to know for the King is Dead, the way we increase our musters and things like that. So no one increases their muster. You just told us to decrease our muster, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the way this works, and you see this in order, is that House's muster goes down. You can't go below 3. So what happens is you kind of like when you're moving in order here, when one house like decreases their muster, you must decrease them in order from lowest to highest. So like things move around and it's not just like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's important. So in that was Oak lost first, right?
Yes.
All right. So Oak loses. So we can't go below 3. So Dillstone goes up. Excuse me, Lunest goes up.
It says Dillstone and Oak each lose one muster. So
Oh, so you said Dillstone first.
yeah.
Okay, well that changes things, right? So then I get pushed down, and when you push down, that means this one goes this way.
Interesting.
No, because I would just put things right back to where they were. I messed up. What should happen is that... There we go. I'm not going to do it one at a time. whatever math is necessary to do this is what happens because we're so close to each other.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So this is now the starting situation. So Lunest, you are in a very good position as this turmoil has taken effect here. So now the way this game works is that now that you have gone, thank you, Fraser. All of us can put forward to choose one of these games from this list over here. An example of the different games are an animated disagreement. You can set stakes in an animated disagreement to gain or lose muster, but we just kind of described the situation, what's going on. We have an argument, and other people stand in as judges. A bloody skirmish. A bloody skirmish is very dangerous. That is a game that if you choose, be prepared to lose friends and family members, as maybe even yourself. A chase is very fun. A chase is very similar to what we've seen in other games before. It can be in a social scene, or it could be in a outdoor environment if you want to be creative. Conversation over food is just very nice. Talking, get to know somebody. A dance is a dance. It's always fun. Intrigue and muster we saw. Beating sword to sword is a duel. Stealing time together is smoochy romance time. Trials by contest is a very fun game where it's very much like the Trials game where you're going to be escalating trials to one another, including death is on the line in one of those. It's a very complicated game, but it's like if you don't want to do an animated disagreement, a trial by contest is another one to do. Then war is kind of less than a bloody skirmish. War kind of just destroys muster and for kind of the winner and loser, but you kind of do end up, the person with the highest muster kind of wins typically. And then the last game that we're going to play tonight is the Coronation, which is whatever house has the highest muster by the end becomes the new reigning house of Banteef.
Nice.
Right, so that's a sort of like menu. That's the menu tonight to choose from. So who wants to go? Who wants to go first? Fine. Everyone's gonna be quiet. I have a game that I absolutely want to do.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm doing an animated disagreement. For frigging sure. All right. So I'm playing an animated disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to choose someone to be an opponent in my argument here. I think I'm going to be accusing Turian.
Excellent.
Right. So this is so to give some context here, we need to talk together and discuss the matter of this agreement. I feel like this is coming off the intrigue, right? Off your guys' slaughtering of my family members. I think we meet at a bar or like an inn, like a Crossroads Inn or something like that, and I see that you're with some of your bannermen and I'm with some of my bannermen, and I think that's where we're gonna kind of start here, right? So
the first scene for Braveheart when they meet with like a truce.
So we need to ask each other, how do you look to me and what's your mood? So what does Turian look like to me?
So Turian is handsome and brooding. So he has a perpetual frown. But he's a good-looking gentleman. I think he's got armor on that definitely is not suited for battle. Mm-hmm. It's very decorative and has a fancy inlay and everything. He definitely has that one of those faces that's man, you should really smile more because the fact that you're frowning all the time makes you look a lot worse actually. He isn't handsome and brooding at the same time. He's either or, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he's flanked by his bannermen who all look a lot more ready for actual fighting than he does.
Right.
And all look much more seasoned. He kind of looks like a little bit young and out of place, to be completely honest.
Okay. Lady Cassandra is stunning, as always. Even on travel, not a speck of dirt on her. She is also accompanied by a retinue of formidable guards. But she is wearing very nice finery, even in this place. It's hard for her to not get looks from people. And her mood is disguised to you. She comes over and she's very So you have a kind of a sour mood on your face, right? Right. Cool. So before we begin and do that, because she's actually looks like she's happy and wants to help you, but she's belying a seething hatred to you. Okay, that's her mood.
Excellent.
So you and your opponent each state our positions. We take our, and then everyone else will take part as the audience, and we have to state what this disagreement is going to be about, and then we're going to stake things about winning and losing muster. So I think what I want this argument to be about is totally about you guys owning up to doing this. That you need to admit to your things in front of gods and men.
Okay.
That you guys are fucking, and that you were the ones in the wrong. That's what, right?
So then, I mean, my position is like pretty much obvious, but clearly, House Sandorial didn't do anything wrong. We are a noble and storied house. We would never, ever take such advantage of these harsh political times as to try to kill a princess.
Save it. We're gonna save it for the argument. We're gonna save it for their actual argument. That's so your position is that you're denying it. That you're in the right. Totally. So let's agree. Do we want to? Does the winner of this argument want to gain muster? Does the loser want to lose muster? Both or neither?
I feel like lose muster makes the most sense for what we're sort of talking about. Like it's less about gaining power and more about one-upping the other person, causing them to lose face.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So, I totally dig that. So, now we begin. The judges, aka the audience, you conduct this disagreement, okay? You're going to take turns posing challenges to us, as you can see from the handout. You're going to take turn posing challenges to us to accomplish. You have no obligation to judge fairly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can cut us off if we go too long, with hisses and jeers even. However, it's up to the person who's going to nominate, because you'll be doing a series of 3 questions, and we have 2 judges. One person's going to ask questions twice. Decide amongst yourselves who that's going to be. And the judge is going to reward one of us 2 a coin. And the person with the most coins by the end of these 3 arguments that you're going to give us, our challenges, is the winner of this duel. Okay?
Fraser, did you want to go first?
Sure. I think the thing that makes the most sense for opening is please explain how your position is best for the kingdom.
Sure, you have to address one of us to start.
Oh. Okay.
Who has to go first?
Oh, I would like Turian to go first, and then that's the question that I pose.
Yep.
Okay.
Or the challenge, I should say.
Yep.
Yeah, so as this question is posed, Turian strides out and does a very obviously fake political smile. And flourishes his cloak, puts his hand on his sword, and tries to look heroic. And he says, "Oh, well, you see, as a member of the storied House Sandorial, we have put the past behind us. No longer do we remember and lament our loss of what is rightfully ours, the throne of this great nation. Instead, we have decided to let bygones be bygones, to secure and make whole this fractured nation. We have the strength of arms to do so. We merely need the support of you, the people."
Didn't answer the question. Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I was like, all I could think about while I heard that was thank you for smoking. But okay.
Yeah. Is it so? Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not trying to interrupt. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Great. Cool. I roll my eyes in a very dramatic fashion, and I say, Turian Sandorial, do with blood on your hands and a mouth that speaks nothing that implies that you're full of shit. Is there any part of you that's actually honest? Is there an honest bone in there, or is it just completely full of shit? How can you stand here and try to convince all of us here that your house has nothing to do with these atrocities? Witnesses saw your banners flying. Now, what's best for the kingdom is for you and your kin to face the trials set before by gods and men. I say. And I do that last part in a very, like, sultry voice, right? Like, in front of gods and men. And I, like, stare at you, daggers.
So then, I decide who won?
Yeah, you decide who wins.
Yeah.
I think I'll go... So, am I deciding in that I'm the banner people deciding?
No,
Or
you
is it
decide
like
as a
an
player.
thing?
You
Yeah,
decide
as
as
a
a player.
Oh, okay. I'll go with Eric, I think.
Cool. I get a coin. Anthony, your turn.
Okay. Well, I was gonna tell you guys to make a personal attack on each other, but I mean, I don't want Eric to restate Cassandra's viewpoint again. So
I have plenty arrows in that quiver.
Oh, don't worry. I will help you in your cause because, Cassandra, please challenge your opponent to trials by contest or to single combat. If they decline your challenge, yours is the better answer. If they accept it, it is theirs.
Oh, shit. Shit's getting real in this memory cave.
What say you, Turian? There's got to be some kind of ritual that's formal when you announce this, right? There's got to be something like that. Like,
Planting something in the ground.
yeah, definitely. I take a spear with a banner, right, of House Dillstone, and I stand in the ground in front of you, right, and like in your personal space, and I say, "What say you?" That's all I say, like implying that, like, you know, this is
Yeah.
a formal accusation.
Okay. So you plant the flag in the ground
For-
and you're like
For
right up in
contest.
my face.
Yeah, it's for trial. It's a trial, right?
Yeah, and Turian starts looking like very serious and like stroking his chin and like giving you like the brooding face, and he is like, surely you jest, representative of House Dillstone. Surely you have heard. I am unquestionably the greatest swordsman in the realm. Do not make me cut you down for your silly spite, but do not doubt that I will do so if must be.
So you accept it.
Like, yeah, so this is yes or no. I don't actually have to do
All right,
anything.
yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm accepting.
Yeah, you accept the trial. All right. Then we have a third challenge.
Excellent.
Ooh, I think this would be really good.
Explain
these
how-
are all so good.
Explain how your opponent's position has merit. Well, let's not be hasty. Yeah, no. What's up?
What was the one that I wanted? Was please express your commitment to your position, even in the face of truth or rightfulness of your opponents, and that will be opposed to Turian. Double down, bitch.
Okay. So Turian will like look at the flag, and he like grabs the flag with one hand and like he uses it as like his like prop, as he declares to the crowd, even if, and I say even if in the hypothetical, even if House Sandorial was responsible for these attacks, surely it was in the best interest in the realm. For House Sandorial holds the realm close within its heart. Inseparable from our being is the realm. And so even when the House of Sandorial must take action that seems tyrannical at the surface, it is for you, good people. Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm just a little bit tyrannical.
Don't worry. It's all good.
I whisper to you, if you think for 1 second is how bad the punishment of the gods is for those who lie in honest testimony, even the gods fear what a Dillstone would do. Should you be caught lying. And I think when I do that, I touch your cheek, like your neck, like I'm like whispering in your ear while I'm doing that, right?
Yeah, I think like you can definitely tell it's getting to Turian, but he's trying to like act cool and pretend that it's not, and he'll just like whisper back. He'll be like, "Good lady."
No.
Oh, I can't say anything, right?
No.
I forgot.
Yeah. Jeez. I was gonna give it to you until that line, fucking Eric. Even the gods fear. Yeah, I have to go with Eric, I think, with that line.
Yeah! Suck it!
Suck it.
Lose a muster. Get out of here.
Ooh.
I feel like that makes sense anyway, right? Like, you accepted the combat, which means, like, in some part, I mean, sure, you could win, but, like, now there's some doubt whether or not you lost face.
We accepted the
Oh,
trial.
I will win. I am the finest knight in the realm.
record, yeah.
Anthony.
I have a point of game order. Point of game order after that game. While we agreed to do that, we're under no obligation circumstance to actually have a trial at any point. Okay?
Sure.
Just letting you know that. But anyways, let's go. It obviously makes perfect sense to keep going forward, but we can take our time if we wanted to. All right. So that was my turn. I don't want to go twice in a row. So one of you delightful nerds take the reins here.
So based on what Eric said, I have a suggestion for a game.
Yeah.
We should let someone else go.
Okay.
We shouldn't hog the spotlight. No,
That's
but
a good point.
There's a way to do that. I mean, you could, if there's, depending on what the trial is, I mean, you could send a representative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
It does just say trial by contest. It could be a dance-off. You never know.
Oh, that's true too. Oh man.
No, there's a mechanical list of trials that we have to do.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Oh. So no dance off then.
Yeah.
Or it could be an ordeal. You don't know. It could be a dance-a-thon.
I think to cool off after the build up in the scenes, stealing time together might be neat.
Yeah, totally. With who? I mean, theoretically, you could make up an NPC and someone can play them.
Right. Is stealing
But it's
time
probably
together need to be any NPC or is it usually two PCs?
Typically, but you have to choose another player to be your partner.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Enide stealing time with somebody in House Sandriel that wasn't Turian, is what I was looking for. Like a little Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
going on.
Are you cool with making up a quick little short little character, Sam? It's not your main person, just a name and some shit for this person.
Yes, I will get
Yeah.
a name. Is this person male or female, Fraser?
Doesn't matter. Surprise me.
Okay. His name is going to be. Actually, we have a very few female characters, so let's introduce a
That's
female
true.
character. Her name is going to be Brianna of House Sandorial. And then, do I pick attractive qualities, or since she's an NPC, I don't worry about that?
You don't have to. You can if you want.
If I end up dying and having to play her, I will pick them then.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood? For me, I think it's upset. It seems like, I don't know if I've got a good read on Sandorial, but it seems like Sandorial is like I'm very rooted in the past, and Sandorial seems more like they're willing to do whatever it takes to drive themselves into the future. So I think what you see on my face is that I'm quite tense and maybe apprehensive about stealing time, but still the fact that I'm willing to do so shows the quality of the relationship, I suppose.
Gotcha. So Brianna looks nervous, but it's clear that she's nervous about your mood and not nervous about the meeting, if that makes sense. Like, she's nervous and a bit anxious about having this meeting because she can sense your mood, unless it's not like anxiety about having the meeting in the first place. She's excited about the meeting itself.
Okay, so converse as you like naturally. During the conversation, either of you may, whenever you like, begin an exchange by making an overture. The other then answers the overture to conclude the exchange, return to conversation, or advance to the next exchange as you like.
Yep.
Okay, continue, ending, blah, blah, blah.
Is this liaison illicit?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
because it's I'd like to think both of the houses,
Okay.
especially rooted in tradition. I think that the tradition is that you would stay with somebody within that tradition to perpetuate it.
Mhm.
So straying outside
Totally.
of the lives would be.
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So it's a forbidden. So yeah, it's a forbidden romance. Cool. So that just means that after the third exchange,
Yeah.
any player can interrupt and ask someone to have someone else enter the scene or have it chance to be interrupted.
Okay.
It doesn't have to, just at any point, right? After that.
Okay. I'm now, for whatever reason, I'm on track with Braveheart. So after that first scene, so I think maybe after I think both of the people were there tending to the groups of people that came, and then at night we have like the misty forest action after maybe people are staying the night and then they go home the next day, and we meet in the woods to
Okay. Yeah, you meet in the mist woods.
Yeah. The
you meet-
misty woods.
Yeah, you meet in the misty woods. Cool.
Mhm.
What would happen if you guys are discovered? What do you think? Will someone just flee or
I think that they would
fight?
yeah, I think they would attack me, especially, perhaps maybe not.
Or arrest you?
Can I give an alternate
Sure.
option?
Mhm.
Sandorial would just use this as an excuse to throw House Antier under the bus. Basic-
Undermining the fact that we're so rooted in tradition, kind of thing, or
Well, yeah, like basically they're like going to claim that you are like accosting a daughter of House Sandorial. Like they're just gonna like
Regardless of-
try to make you look like an evil villain, even though you're very clearly not.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so we meet in the Misty Woods, and I like to think it's sort of like a mini Stonehenge type
Mhm.
thing. We gotta find
Yeah.
some way to hook up, right?
Yeah.
Um,
What's that called? Is it a menhir? What are they
I'm not
called?
sure.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, like just mini Stonehenge. I'm totally not sure what the formation
Yeah.
or anything. And I think there is like a red rose in the center of it that means like it's safe to come, and I'm nearby, and I'm just waiting by like a tree to see if you come, I suppose.
Yeah, so I think like Brianna enters the clearing and seems like very excited, but upon like seeing your like face and expression, she was like sort of um like almost to the point of jogging, like rushing to you, and then upon like seeing you, you see some like apprehension, and she kind of like slows before approaching.
Mm. Oh. And that's when the mood, the DJing of the hookup begins. Yeah. Yeah, I think I approach tentatively as well, and I say, is your safety in question after today's speaking? How could you stay in such a place and not fear for your life?
My family would never hurt me, Anita. Wait, is it? How do you pronounce your name? Enid.
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 Yeah.
I would never fear my safety with my family, Enid.
Well, that is something to be grateful for, but I fear that Turian will stop at no lengths to see his will done, and that makes me question if the safety of the entire kingdom, including yours. What if he were to leverage your family to strike at another house, or perhaps strike somewhere else and blame it on your house? Who knows what he would do? Even he himself apparently admits that he's tyrannical.
I touch your hand, may I?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I like Brianna like takes your hands in hers, and I'll say, surely, Enid, you must know I can't control my brother or my father. They keep me out of the politics. They keep me out of the decisions of the house. You must know I wouldn't have ordered an attack on these men. I wouldn't have allowed them all to die. It's not me. You know that.
I think it sounds like she's getting more tense, and I feel like maybe you have like riding gloves. Maybe we rode here.
Yeah.
So for touching fingertips, I instead like removing the gloves and then like still holding hands. May I?
Yes.
I fear a rational argument the most from tyrannical foes. And though my head tells me that everything would be fine and these liaisons would continue, my heart tells me that you should come away with me now in the night.
So I touch your cheek, may I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Brianna like caresses Enid's cheek, and she says, Enid, my love, I can't let you do that. I know that you care too much for your house, for the traditions of House Antier. I can't let you run away from me. You know this is your place. You know this is where you want to be. If you tell me now that I'm wrong, I'll believe you. But don't lie to yourself.
of the two houses that we occupy, if we were ever to be together for more than a short time, do you think that we would be safe in your house or mine? Don't lie to yourself now. And I touch your hair, may I?
Yes. Man. Oh, isn't that 3 though? Don't we have an automatic interruption?
No, it's not automatic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Keep going. I'm cool. Let's keep this keeps going.
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to decide how I respond here. So I think Brianna is gonna go in for a kiss. I do not only touch your cheek, but kiss you as above. May I?
You may.
And she'll say afterwards, she'll look at you and say, Enide, I fear you're right. My brother, my father, they'll stop at nothing to take this kingdom. They have the power, they have the horses, the strength of arms. But I can't take everything from you. I can't let you abandon everything you have for me.
I think that it speaks volumes about your own house that you think that I would have to lose everything to possess you. I'm not sure my house would be so unforgiving.
She's a little bit offended, actually, by that. She, kind of, steps back and is just like, I'm not an object for you to possess. If we run away, we will do so together. I'd prefer not to see our house extinguish each other, wipe each other from the face of the earth in constant conflict because we could not make a decision.
I may merely say that, of course, possession is you and I together, but I think that my house would be forgiving our decision and we would have a place in it versus giving up everything that we have to maintain as we have.
I think you hear the crunching of leaves of people coming soon. You only have a few moments.
Yeah.
No sex?
in the intervening moments, Brianna will I think she'll touch your waist. May I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may.
So she does this as she's standing up, and she just sort of shakes her head sadly and says, my love, if you think that we can be together and our houses can be at peace, you know nothing of my brother, my father, my uncles. You must make a decision. Think on it. I hope to hear from you soon. And then she's gonna try to leave.
I think I quickly grab your wrist and grab my crest on my shirt and rip it off and put it in your hands, and then I let you leave, but I say, if you change your mind after you've slept, in the morning is when we depart.
Nice.
Oh, and you slip away under the cover of night.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nice.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. That was nice.
That was good.
That was really good.
You said Romeo and Juliet, so I was like, all right, going in.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How about Anthony? You make a scene because I haven't gone. I feel like you need some spotlight.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking of doing intrigue. If I think that's still something I could do.
Absolutely.
Yep, and then the only rule is not to do something from your house.
Correct.
Correct.
You pick from the list of any of the other lists that aren't from you. Which kind of sucks because there's a huge list. It's probably my primary complaint of the game, not to editorialize why we play. But yeah.
So I know the way the last one ended, and you know what? It's gonna sound a little contrary to how they thought things were going to happen, but House Sandorial calls upon the support of House Antir against their shared ancestral enemies. House Antir loses 1 muster, and House Sandorial gains 1 muster. So actually,
So it's a surprise that you're working together.
Yes, exactly. So they thought they were Romeo and Juliet, but actually, their houses are in union.
Nice. I like that.
So, okay, that means, all right, the way that works by losing muster is that you actually end up going to the bottom of the pile because just how things shift.
It also means I was right.
Yeah. But Sandorial does go up. Okay.
Whoa, wait. Luness wasn't part of this.
What?
Which one did I take? No, I thought Antir. Sorry,
Antir is red.
it was this originally.
Yeah, Antir's at the bottom. You
You don't lose any muster. Yeah. You don't lose any muster. Okay. Oh, hey, I'm Mate Gaming. Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. We're playing some sweet King's Dead. It's Game of Thrones. If you want to hang out and watch us play some Game of Thrones games and have some smooches and stuff like that. It's super fun. So welcome. Okay. Let's keep going. So you had an intrigue. Should we do the trial? I think we should do the trial. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. So let's jump over to do the trial.
Trial.
Cool.
Right.
So this will be my scene then, because I haven't gone, right?
Yeah, it could be your trial. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be your scene.
So
So like, how about I don't dictate what your scene is, like a joke, right? So like, you can totally pick whatever you want.
Okay. So it's on page 28. So choose one of the other players to be your challenger in the trial. That's going to be Eric. Agree together how the trial came about. We already saw that. And which of you will take the first turn? I will cede to you.
But for our incoming guests here from Unmade Gaming's amazing channel, can you remind us what this trial is about?
Yes, I will indeed remind you. You see, Cassandra of House Dillstone unfairly lays the blame for a right and just. Wow.
It's okay.
A right and just attack upon enemy forces when House Sandorial was endeavoring to keep this chaotic kingdom intact. And she had the gall to challenge me to a trial by combat.
Not by combat.
Oh,
Trials by contest.
A trial by contest.
Trial by combat can happen, but it's trial by contest first. All right. So, good. Exactly. So, you may or may not, your house may or may not have conducted raids against 2 other houses, and I have accused you to be guilty of these crimes, and you're pleading not guilty, and so we're going to trials over it. So, do we look any different to each other since the last time you met? Do you still have a somber, resting bitch face or whatever? You know, like,
yeah. I mean, I think
Sundare.
I think that's kind of his default look.
Yeah.
But I think he's got like a little glitter in his eye. Like he's been talking to the family, you know, the family legal counsel. He's ready for the
your freaking House Sandorial consigliere.
Exactly.
All right.
He's got a different set of fancy armor with like, you know, like a tunic and you know, he's decked out to the nines.
Just so you know, this trial absolutely is happening on my home turf. It's happening in the capital. It's happening, and Dillstone has the capital right now.
Sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And your counselor was like, "Don't go to the mattresses yet."
Right. So I think Cassandra's also decked out to the nines in Dillstone colors, which is like a very deep, like navy blue and gold. I think. I think Dillstone's probably like the color of it's probably like their symbol's a sun.
Nice.
Probably. So yeah. So we take turns going back and forth till this game ends, Sam. Let's see. I forget who goes first. But we're going to take turns admitting, and so we're going to be choosing a trial. You either admit that your challenger has proved their position and the game ends, or you must choose a trial and submit yourself to it. And after you do this, you must escalate, right? So, depending on your convictions, you have to subject yourself to a trial. And then it's posed to the other player to be like, do you admit that they're right, or do you submit yourself to an even worse trial?
Awesome. I love it.
So that is the gist of the game, right? So, we have to decide which of us will take the first turn. I feel like because I have demanded you to appear to court, I feel like, unlike any other justice system, it's the burden of proof is on you, and I think you have to go first to prove your innocence.
I mean, like,
What do you say that?
I'm with that because, like, I mean, you say like any other justice system, but the idea of innocent until proven guilty is a relatively new phenomenon.
Yeah,
like
right.
that's not
Okay.
how things work.
I know. Okay, that's fair.
I mean-
I was being
So I'm
a
with
little
it. No, I'm with it. I like it.
facetious. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's your turn. So once again, you pick one of these trials to do. The first one is trial by oath, by ordeal, by feats, by divination, by ransom, by torture, by combat, or by death. Whichever one you pick, I cannot choose a trial underneath that number or equal to that number. I have to escalate or admit that you have proven yourself.
So it's like Fast and Furious medieval times.
So
Always
Okay.
go up.
So I think
so you are brought forth in front of this royal court, right? I imagine we're in a court hall, kind of like what we see, when Tyrion Lannister gets accused, right? Like in chains, like something like that, right? So you're brought in manacles, and yeah. What do
I
you
look
do?
real good in them manacles, though.
Yeah, I know you
I
do.
look
You do
sharp.
look. I know.
um,
I can't help but bite my lower lip a little bit.
I think I'll do a trial by ordeal. So I will ask my challenger, what ordeal must I endure to prove my position?
I want to try. Let's see. No, you have to. Oh no, you have to ask me, the challenger.
Yeah, ask your
Ooh.
challenger what ordeal you must endure. So I'm
That's a
confused.
good question. Of course, there is an island off the coast of House Stillstone. It's a really hard swim. Go there, retrieve. You have to retrieve a family bird or something like a quail or like a dodo bird, like some kind of like boring ass island bird, and swim back with it to prove your innocence. Because like that's how the justice system works. So that's the ordeal. If you can bring back like one of these doves from this island, it's a proof that you're favored and it's ideal, right? I think that's what we challenge you to.
Excellent.
I should have some music
So
going.
I will flip the coins first, and then I will describe what happens, because that way it's
Ooh.
appropriate. So I'm rolling 2 coins, or throwing rather 2 coins. If I get at least 1 head, I endure the trial. It's the challenger's turn. No turns, I don't or can't endure the trial, or I'm in the ordeal, and I must accede.
Yes,
So I'm thinking 1 is heads, 2 is tails.
correct. Make it happen.
No.
Oh, you fail! You fucking
Okay.
fail. What does this
Okay.
look? What does failure look like?
So we go down by the beach. It's like probably like low tide or actually probably high tide, because like it's an ordeal and everything.
Yeah.
And like there's some like waves and everything. We see the island off in the distance with like, the chirping of seabirds. And Turian like takes off all of his armor and like makes sure to like flex for the crowd while he's doing it, and like winking at people in the crowd and like just being a generally obnoxious, horrible person. And then he goes and starts swimming, and he makes it to the island, and then like a couple days pass, and like everyone's like kind of confused. And eventually enough times pass where they send out a boat after him, and they just find him like half starved, like almost like dead, like can't find water, can't find food, just alone and miserable on this island. And they bring him back and nurse him to health before he can exceed the trial and admit his guilt.
Aha! I have been proven just.
Yeah, but it's on like episode 3 of the actual show, so people were like, "I fucking knew it."
Yeah.
They didn't know until then, right?
Yeah. Fucking awesome. Cool. Good game. All right.
Yeah,
I think it's over. You fucked up. That sucks. That's super unlucky.
I mean, whatever. That's the
Yeah.
game.
Exactly. Totally. Cool.
I mean, you could have escalated, right? So
Yeah.
you chose that combat.
You did.
Look, Turian thought he was gonna look all awesome. He was gonna take off his shirt and show off to the ladies, and then he was gonna come back with an awesome bird. But that didn't really work out for him.
Yeah.
But instead it ended with like, how can I make a man out of
Exactly. Exactly.
I have a scene to follow up that. And it's really just it's a gentle scene. I'm stealing time together while you're healing up and with you. Oops.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. I'm about it.
I think this is the start of the next episode. And I'm sorry to go again and rob some of the spotlight for this story that's unfolding right now.
Oh, keep going.
I think it's just a scene. May I hold your I'm nursing you kind of back to health, so may I hold your hand?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think it's just that I without saying anything and stuff, I kiss your forehead and I say, may I? Yeah. And I say, like, and I whisper to you again, and I say, I'm glad you're okay. And look, I have to depart. They can't, but I'll be back again tomorrow night. I think that's what I say. I got you some fresh water and bread. And yeah, do you try to say something to me?
Yeah, I think Turian like croaks out, and like his voice is just like destroyed from being out in the sun and without water. And he's just kind of like, no, don't leave. Stay here.
And I depart. And I break
amazing.
off. I break off and depart.
That's so good.
Yep. In fact, I think there's a point where like you say don't leave, and then I think there's another doctor in the room being like, "Who are you talking to?" Like that was an illusion or something. I'm not sure. Right?
Just full on gaslighting Turian.
No, I'm not gaslight. No, not at all. Like I'm saying that might have been a spell.
No,
Like you don't. But like yeah, like you don't know. Like you don't know what that. Yeah, like it was just your imagination. Like why would my brain think this? Or
it's hard to know if he's like hallucinating still from his dehydration, or if there's some weird witchcraft going on.
Exactly. It's nebulous. Cool. You want to go next?
The episode's name is like Fever Pitch.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Oh no.
All right. And now we're gonna start smooching with some other people. So.
Can I do an intrigue thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the scion of House Anter places her foot on the sacred crowning stone and declares her investiture. House Anter gains 2 muster.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. Goes like that.
And like when that's happening in the background, I think you see me making eyes at like.
Oh wait a second! I moved up Lunest.
Also,
Antir goes up, right?
The Antir. I think the only rule with the intrigue is you can't use your own intrigue. So isn't that your own house?
Oh, that's my own. Yeah, I thought it had to be my own, actually. So I'll pick something else.
Yeah.
Um.
It's back to where it was.
Oh man, that was perfect though.
Well, and if you want to take time, I do have an idea. So
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna look over the other ones.
Yeah, I know.
So
Now you have like 40 options to choose from.
I say this, but I'm going to do a chase. So, and actually, let's see here. Dillstone's going to be the opponent. So what this is actually, I know it says whether on your foot or horseback, but we're actually on boat. So this is a raiding fleet. I am chasing down one of your merchant vessels.
Okay, so I'm playing like a captain?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let me come up with a name for this person.
Cool.
Like Cusco. Captain Cusco. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And so what's going on here? Is this like a you guys are raiding us?
Yeah.
And we're trying to get away, so we're the quarry.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. I wasn't sure if we were pursuing you like pirates or something like that or
No,
okay.
I am definitely the invader force.
Right. Okay. Makes sense to me. Okay.
Cool.
So I have to lead the chase. Where are we going? I'm trying to make it to a hidden alcove or something. I'm trying to make it to a place where you can't catch up to us.
Yeah, exactly. So
so let's see. I have to lead you through a series of challenges. Over the course of the things, I have to choose freely, except the third must be an admission. Great. So I see you guys. You're chasing us, and I pressed through a thorny briar. So I guess what that looks like is coral. I sail you through coral, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm like gunning it, and like we see some like red coral like scrape against the side of the hull of my ship. As we gun through here, and then I think we see someone on your side of your ship is being like, "Watch out, Captain! There's razor coral," or whatever. And yeah, so what do you want? So follow me if you want, but throw on a tail as you're tangled and torn and must extract yourself, and I gain a coin.
Oh yeah, we're going through. So
All right,
let me
throw.
go.
D2 heads is 1, tails is 2.
Okay.
Tails, you're tangled up.
Okay. 1d2.
Huzzah!
You're really good at role playing games.
Super, the best at role playing games. Yeah, so I get a coin. I have to answer another one. Let's see.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're like, I'm like making now we have to like make sure that water is not getting into this ship now.
I know this ground well. Follow me if you dare, but throw on tails. You're plunging heedless into danger. I'm leading you into like caves, like sea caves.
No,
Awesome.
Still pursuing.
All right. On
it.
tails, you're plunging heedlessly into danger, and I don't have to choose an admission for my next one.
Ooh. Oh no! I'm getting.
All right. I reach open ground and leap away. Follow me if you can rally yourself, but throw. On tails you stand grasping, I gain a coin. What this looks like is that I lose you in the maze as I break it out to open water again.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So throw.
Yeah, let's do this.
Follow me if you can rally yourself in these caves.
See if I can.
Like if you catch a glimpse of my ship.
Oh, we do!
Yep. Okay. And then I have one left.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out how I can interpret our reach over open ground. And a dizzying course through switchback and blind. What does that look like?
I mean, you're kind of. Wouldn't you be throwing caution to the wind?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, so I think what this looks like is I leap over. No, I think I'm gonna do. I choose I leap over nothing and make a hard precarious landing. So I think actually it's that I'm trying to just straight up outrun you,
Right.
on the water. All right. So follow me if you dare, but throw. On heads, you gain a coin. On tails, though, you barely catch yourself. You're clinging on with all your strength, and your chase ends. Maybe I'm going into a storm.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what this is. Yeah, you're going
Yeah, I'm
to a
going to a
storm.
storm. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Definitely going to follow. My character is educated, and we know that Lunast has the best sailors.
You got it.
Yep.
On heads,
Okay,
you gain a coin. So we have tied amount of coins.
Tied amount of
means,
coins, yeah.
If you have as many coins as me, you get to choose one of these. I've somehow turned myself around. I blender into you. I've come to some temporary security. This is where I go to ground. You've driven me into a blind way and you have cornered me. Your allies have cut me off and I'm brought to you. I'm exhausted. You overtake me, or you prune yourself and I let you catch me. Which one of these?
I think you're exhausted.
And you overtake me. Yeah, your
Yeah.
ships are better than mine.
Yep.
All right. So you arrest Captain Cusco.
Captain Cusco.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
That was
my
awesome.
group.
Yeah. So, no, exactly. So, we're unable to beat you as you guys, your larger ships, take us over, and we put up a good, clever fight, but wasn't good enough for the powers
Nope.
of House Lunest.
Ooh, I know what the intrigue should be then.
Mhm.
Interspersed between this like chasing, I'm gonna choose
Yeah.
one from House Sandriel, and it's House Sandriel assassinates the High Priest of House Dillstone while he is at worship. A terrible outrage. House Dillstone and Sandriel each lose one muster, but I think what that looks like is like I think Turian confided in that dream sequence. Like I don't know if it was real or not, but it was, something was going on, and then somebody within the house commissioned the assassin because they assumed it was a high priestess that could do this magic.
She
And
bewitched the scion of our house.
So like at the culmination of your climax for your scene where it's like a stalemate or whatever, instead of the stalemate, we see the cut of the throat of the high priestess. Or high priest, whichever one. High priest.
So Dillstone loses a muster.
And
Sandorial.
Sandra, yeah.
Fuck.
Now, do we do a muster between every scene, or is that just
No,
when
you
we
can
want to?
when you want to.
Okay, gotcha.
Fuck.
I have an idea for a scene.
Yeah. What's up?
I think after the alliance was struck, House Sandorial is going to red wedding House Antier. I want to have a bloody skirmish with Enide.
Okay. What does that mean? Let's see.
What page is it on? Let me see.
Yeah. Bloody skirmishes are bad.
So we choose one of the other players to be your enemy. Decide together which of you is the attacker. I think I'm the attacker.
Yeah, me too.
And how the battle came about. I'm imagining like after we have, it's like some sort of like diplomatic. We have like some sort of diplomatic meeting, and then we're traveling back together. We're about to split ways, and then the forces of House Sandorial decide to kill.
Yeah, it's very much like the red wedding thing too, because like at the same time the high priest is being killed, and then all this shit is happening too. It's like quite the power play.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
100%.
You're like ruthlessly. This is like your power play.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do you look to me, Enide? What is your mood?
I think just to drive the dagger home in case I die, I want me to be like kind of happy because I have heard about the alliance between our houses, which means that I'll be able to be with Brianna. And if I die, then it'll just be fucking so tragic. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Each of you is leading a small company of soldiers in number equal to your house's current muster. Be prepared to identify each one by name, personal quality, or relationship to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I'm supposed to tell Enide what. So Turian rather looks it's like that moment in movies and TV, etc., where like the guy we all knew was the bad guy, but was acting like that kind of like fancy, like genteel bad guy is now revealed to be like exactly what he is after losing the ordeal.
Until we meet your father, anyway, Robert the Red.
Yeah, exactly.
Machinations within machinations.
he's like brooding, but as soon as this attack begins and it becomes clear what he's doing, he's like almost like he's self-satisfied and like giddy, but at the same time like feels like he's like somehow justified in doing this, even though he's completely not.
Interesting. So you kind of I see that you look kind of like satiated for now, but there's like a little fire in your eyes yet because you'll never be satiated, you tyrannical bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we name it objectives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my objective is to capture or kill Enide.
Does mine have to be reciprocal or?
No, you can name your objective. You make demands on each other though. So like you need to what does success look like here for you?
Oh yeah, I want it to be so bad. So my objective is that like love prevails and like this entire attack will be like
Thwarted.
Thwarted.
Like Brienne comes and breaks it up, or Brianna
No.
rather.
No, just that like he feels that the fact that he's in love means that he can do all this stuff. I've kind of hoped he dies now, actually. But anyway.
Okay, so the way this game works is that similar to a trial, you're gonna make demands of each other, and they're always bad demands. It's like submit to my demands, or withdraw from my demands, or you kill one of my best friends. Like,
Yeah,
they're all like this, knowing that when you go and you submit a demand, that then the other person has to go again too, right? They have to do the same thing. So when you say like submit now or you kill my best friend, if you kill their best friend, then it's you are obligated to go to then be like submit now or you kill my best friend and my like whatever. Like you also have to put something to the table. And notice that as a smaller force, attrition is against you.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because you only have a number of people equal to your muster.
Okay, so I have 4, and so you have
6.
2 more than me?
Yep. So
I
consider
have
your
6
options.
total. Wait,
Well,
so
I
is
have-
it 6 total or is it 6 plus the player character?
No, you're the it's 6 plus the character.
Right, so
Okay.
you have 4 total, I have 7 total.
Well, I have Brianna and Jamie and all the really good people. I have the Kingslayer.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Right.
Okay. So
Should
you
we
go first, I'm
decide
assuming?
Who goes first, or
Well, you're the attacker.
yeah, I'm the attacker, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
The attacker makes the first demand.
Perfect. I need to come up with some names here off the top of my head. Submit now, or one of your soldiers sweeps Ergot off his feet and drives their blade home through his chest.
Okay.
Basically, the idea here is like, when you make a demand, you're demanding that I kill one of your soldiers. But the play here is that if you don't submit, then you have to get one of your players killed in your next demand.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
It's like do what I get what I want, or I get punched in the face, knowing that it's going to be your turn then to be like I get what I want, or I get punched in the face. Right? Like it sucks.
And just to color it a little bit, Ergot is Turian's childhood master of arms. So this is the fellow. He's probably like getting on in age. He's slowed down a bit, but he's the one who taught Turian how to fight.
For sure.
Okay, so I don't submit, which means one of my people die, right?
No.
No, one of
One
his
of
people
my
die.
people died.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I don't submit, and I submit to you.
No, now you make a demand. So was his name Urgot?
Yeah.
Urgot, yeah.
So
Urgot
now
dies, right?
so Urgot is dead. Now it's your turn, Fraser. You ask Sam to submit or withdraw, or one of these things happens.
Okay,
to
so
you.
to me, yeah. Okay.
Or one of your comrades, your soldiers in arms.
Submit, or my soldier falls to their knees and begs your soldiers for mercy, and I think that is the personal attendant of my sister, who's like 12 and like a flower girl, and has like like agreed whatchamacallit, like mint leaf hair stuff going on, and like yeah, she's just like, before this battle was about to break out, she was like playing Frere Jacques with some like other people or something. Like wanted to get a foot soldier
See,
to play Frere Jacques with
You
her.
get this game when you bring in freaking 12-year-old kids as your soldiers to make them choose to submit. See, you get it. You get this game.
Yep.
You get
Hey,
it.
somebody said Red Wedding.
Yeah.
Fraser is just going right along with it.
Yep.
So this is where we see like Turian and his soldiers going full bad guy. So like we see this like little girl like go down on her knees, and then like a gauntleted soldier just like knocks her out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just like horrible, and
It's like Gladiator when the horse runs over his kid. Right?
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's just awful, and we see like Turian's face is still this just like grim, awful determination.
All right. You guys are running out of soldiers.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Well, I have 5 left.
Whatever.
Back to you. Yep. Your turn.
Okay. Submit now, or one of your soldiers chops off. Let's see. What's my name? Submit now, or one of your soldiers chops off Talino, Turian's uncle, and one of the Sandorial generals gets his hand chopped off and is driven into full flight. So he loses his hand and then runs away.
Jesus. Okay.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, these are rough.
I know. It makes submitting sound really good sometimes.
Yeah. For real. Okay, well, yeah, I don't submit, so okay, that happens. I'd like it to be the person who's doing it on my side to be actually my sister, who gets enraged that you killed, you know, our other younger sister, or
Yeah,
we think
totally.
so anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because she's not hit.
No, she's killed. She's dead.
Yeah. So yeah, she's dead. No, but yeah, I think she picks up a sword from the ground and then does that in return.
Takes off the guy's hand.
Yeah, in like a screaming rage, and
And then what happens? Because she's gonna suffer a horrible fate.
yeah. Submit now, or one of my soldiers.
Your sister. Don't say my soldier. Your sister.
My sister. Strikes through the neck, killing them where they stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
so So like this dude's hand gets chopped off, and then another person, slashes through your sister.
As she's screaming, like, and it
Yeah.
hits the neck, right? So like
there's
the
blood
scream
curdling.
turns into the blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
blood.
that's awful.
Mm.
Okay.
She has
so
blue
in-
eyes
in-
and blonde hair, by the way.
In this moment,
Man, Chad's like, this is fucking brutal. I know, man. Imagine playing this game.
so here's what happens then.
It's the gamiest of
Um,
thrones.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna save that one. Actually, I've got ideas, but I'm.
So I
saving-
have 2 people left.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have 4.
Two. No, you have 2 people and yourself. You can
Right.
totally put yourself into harm's way.
Right.
Okay. So submit or withdraw now,
Mm.
or 2 of your soldiers get between Turian's best friend, Ronald, and they get Ronald between them and together carve him open. So it's just like they like pincushion him with spears and then just take him apart.
I want to submit, but not to that. So can I try to tell you that maybe one of them's Brianna, and then
No.
I would? No.
You submit. You submit to the demands of the battle.
Don't
Okay,
worry, I'm
well,
saving
I
that
have
one.
to- I
I'm
have to
saving
keep
that one.
Mm.
I have to keep going then. Okay. I don't submit.
This is the game. Told you, bloody skirmishes are freaking nasty.
It's
So
great.
hard.
I love it. I'm so into it.
Jeez. So I don't submit. And you submit now, or I suppose I think it makes sense we abandon to you and begin our retreat, right?
Yeah,
Is
so
that-
that would be like you abandon someone to me and begin retreat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we'd have to like cut our losses, right? And it'd be like, oh shit, this is getting way too real.
Yeah.
Love is not real. Oh no. And so I have to tell you who that is, I guess, right?
Yep.
I think the coolest thing would be my most veteran warrior. So it'd be like not the man who taught me, but who taught like my father how to also
Yeah.
sword fight kind
Yeah.
of thing.
You're man at arms.
Yeah, and his name is
Or lady at arms, yeah.
Corum. His name's Corum.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. But what's gonna happen here is as we press our attack, Brianna runs out from like behind the soldiers in like the company of the like main like body of sort of like people we were traveling with, and she like runs out to try to make peace and get the 2 sides to stop fighting.
Yeah.
So submit now, or a stray arrow takes Brianna through the heart.
Ah, fuck. I kind of like that though, but it's like that. Like
Do
movie-wise,
it.
I'd be like,
Do it.
I kind of, yeah. So
This fucking game.
yeah,
This is
so
awesome. I love it.
I want that to happen because it's so terrible. It's so terrible. And when she gets hit, like that's where she was holding the crest that I gave her, and it like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so. It pins the crest to her chest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
and then
That's so awful.
takes it. Yeah. And I want. Is there? Yeah, I think submit now, or I only have myself right now.
No, you have one left, I think.
You have
One left.
You have one left
Um,
and yourself.
Or you. I want to think of a cool way to kill this person. I think, yeah, like we think everybody is basically dead, but then a cousin of the flower child, a young boy with like we know he's from the house because he's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and his name is Deckard, and yeah, and like it's all this bloody mayhem and it's slow motion, and he comes running out of like spilling out of the cart and starts to run. And if you don't submit, then yeah, I think it'll be like the gladiator scene. Like your horses
Oh God.
will literally trample the kid, and he'll be like a marionette that's broken apart.
Oh, that's horrible. But I mean, I guess you're gonna make me kill 2 children in this scene.
I didn't make you do anything, you tyrannical bastard.
Okay, so as like the horses like run over this poor innocent child in a horrible, awful moment, I think Turian's son probably. Actually, he maybe is too young to have a son. No, it's probably his sister already died. Yeah, sure, why not? It's his son. His son gets a little too eager and rides like out ahead of the group. And one of your soldiers gets gets inside his guard. Or actually, no, that makes no sense on a horse. Sorry. I think he just like as the cavalry runs into each other, the brother takes a lance through the chest. And because I just killed a character named Deckard, this fellow's name is Roy.
Yeah. Very nice. I like it. So it's only me left to bargain with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah. Like I can't really see him just being like, oh shit, I guess I'll just go, right? Like Brianna's dead, all the kids are dead. Yeah, submit now, or well, I don't really like. Obviously, I'm putting my life on the line, so I'll die. But I want you to describe how you kill me. Yeah, I'd rather you describe that than me if you do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. So I think like as this like charge of cavalry resolves itself, we get like the cut to Enide being like dragged on the ground and like having his helmet pulled off in front of Turian, who's like sitting up on the horse in his armor.
God.
It's more like formalized armor than or I'm sorry, it's like less formal and like more like actual war armor than we've seen before, but it's all black in the colors of House Sandorial. And we see him like get down off of his horse and draw his sword, and then we just get like the scene of like the crows like squawking and flying away from the tree, and like the sound of sword noises. And then we just see like a shot of Turian's face with like a little bit of blood, and he's just got like tears running down.
Yeah. And so
The
Ian's
price
dead.
that all men pay.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Sorry.
You're wrecked.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably didn't want it anyway.
I think just immediately following that scene, I think the scion of House Antier has a blood oath
Yeah.
and answer against Team Muster.
Mhm.
So it goes like this.
All I have to say about that is 2 words. She mad.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna take a short little break. We'll be back in 6 minutes, everybody. All right. I need to get a little refreshment of water and stuff after that. That was intense. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys after the break. We'll see you in 6 minutes. See you on the other side.
Yeah, that got real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.